Why should you care about what your customers are searching for? Well, you shouldn't if you don't like gold or money. Let's talk about it next on The Brink.
To the Brink. You're joining a group of entrepreneurs, brand makers, business owners, decision makers, power brokers, and risk takers, where we discuss business and marketing issues with insightful solutions. This is The Brink with your hosts, Russell Sails and George Cartwright, reminding you that your business is either on the brink of extinction or distinction. Welcome.
What's up, George?
What's up, money?
How you doing on this fantastic Tuesday?
I am good. Here in my office at home once again.
Once again. It's all good. It's all
yes,
good.
Sir.
No better place to be right now.
Than with you, friends, and those that are joining us. So thank you.
Thank you guys for spending some of your lunchtime with George and I at The Brink, your podcast where we discuss all things business and marketing and growth. We want to help you grow your business, even in these turbulent times when many are shuttering their doors. There is hope. So keep hope alive through COVID-19 and do like us, shelter in place where you can. And we thank you again for joining us, where today we're talking about trending search terms, which are gold to your marketing ROI or ROMI. So let's get at it. Search terms. Can you remember, George, life before Google?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I can, but it's hard. Like I am old, but I do remember life before Google, and I remember when it first came on. It was this blank white page with just a little thing in the middle, which still is for the most part. And I thought that was so very cool. So the minimalism of it, and then opened up into you could search something, and then it opened up into all these ads and other things. But these listings, right? It has come a long way.
Very, very long way. I mean, as a consumer, do you remember looking for, I don't know, a place to eat, a place to buy things? I mean, how did that happen back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth? How did y'all do that then?
Back when we were in college, we would go through the yellow pages.
Yeah.
Sometimes we would flip through the yellow pages and look for things. Had to know your alphabets and things that were in alphabetical order. So that was important. I remember having to learn that in school. Things that were in alphabetical order: A, B, A, B, A. Whatever.
Right.
Those things. And then back when the internet was really young, there was Yahoo.
Yeah. Yahoo.
One of the early search engines. And they were like full of clutter, and maybe that's why Google stood out, because they had all this stuff on their page.
Yeah, and
then you had to find the search bar. Let me see. I was trying to think who was before Yahoo. Can't remember.
It was a lot of players in the game at that time. Everybody was rushing to get in a
AOL. Did AOL have kind of search?
AOL. Yeah. Absolutely.
Netscape was a browser, but I think it had a search function as well. So anyways, wow.
Yeah. I mean, so that's just as a consumer, we're just reminiscing a little bit about the evolution of search for those of you who are joining us as we discuss trending search terms, which are gold. And what's up, Gary? Thank you for joining us, sir. Do you remember as a marketer? I'm remembering the early days of marketing when the internet was a young baby, and things have definitely changed in terms of finding out what's on people's minds. While these things are still relevant, focus groups and consumer panels, they were, done by phone, done through the snail mail, people standing out in front of the grocery stores with a tablet in hand, attempting to get, some insight into what people who are buying their products or not buying their products were thinking. And lo and behold, Google, which came the mainstay with its simplicity, its less is more approach. And I remember riding in a car, listening to the radio, just like it was yesterday, when I first heard Google. I heard about them before I saw them, and I'm like, what kind of name is that? Had never, it was not in our lexicon.
No,
and,
it wasn't. Not at all.
I'm like, yeah, we'll see. And it was something about their ambition that stood out to me. These guys, Serge, and I forget the other guy who started it. They said, we will attempt to put all written documents on the internet. And I'm like, wow, y'all got me hooked. I can find any book, anything, on there. And their promise not to be evil. That kind of stood out. So
yeah,
they did promise that early on.
Promise. I don't know. I think they forgot that. Not that they're evil. I'm not saying they're evil. No. They have a lot of data on you. I don't know. I don't know if that's evil, but I'm sure.
Well, which leads us to our discussion now. There's just so much information out there for business owners and marketers and folks who want to know your customer's next move. And that would be almost anybody. And it's right there at your fingertips. I mean, a lot of this, most of what we're talking about today is free to you if you would just Google it. And we'll get into the why. But let's just think about how amazing it is that we can see a collective, a ton of data about what people were looking for. Let's just turn back the clock a little bit. I know a lot has happened in 2020, but when we want to look at the all-time top 5 searches in 2019, it's kind of comical to look back and see what was concerning us pre-COVID-19. The ranking at number 5, the top 5th Google search term was Antonio Brown. For all you sports fans out there, remember when he was trending. Number 4 was Hurricane Dorian. That was a beast for a lot of people, hurt a lot of folks, caused a lot of damage. And so it was up there. Number 3 was Nipsey Hussle. And definitely a cultural icon who was tragically murdered. And he was trending quite a bit. Number 2 was Cameron Boyce. You know who Cameron Boyce is?
I don't.
I didn't search for that term.
No, I didn't.
And the number 1 trending search term, no shade against Cameron Boyce. I'm sure a lot of folks in the know more about you since they searched for you. But the number 1 search term in 2019 was, drum roll please, Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. I can see that. Disney Plus made a big splash in the market when they came out with their streaming platform and all of the Star Wars and the Disney movies. Like, I'm sure that I can see how that would be the number 1 search term. People wanted to know what it was about. Was it going to take out Netflix, or was it going to add more money that I have to give out for TV on top of Netflix?
On top of it, because you're not getting rid of Netflix.
You're not getting rid of Netflix. No.
No. People just added it on. So folks were digging into it, seeing where their favorite Disney movies and brands going to follow.
I'm sure some of that was driven by Black Panther. Is Black Panther going to be on Disney Plus?
Yeah. Checking to see if Black Panther was going to be out there.
Yeah.
For sure. So why is search? Some may be asking, not many, but maybe there's a few out there asking, what's the big deal with knowing search terms? Why is that important?
Well, we spoke a little bit about yesterday about understanding who your customer avatar is and then where they are, right? So part of where they are to know and who they follow and those kinds of things is to understand what are they searching for? What are they looking for? Who are they looking for? And what has that sprouted? So then for those that are looking to advertise or to be in the way of where traffic is, right? So you don't oftentimes have to go out and create traffic, generate traffic. Traffic is going somewhere. Sometimes you just need to stand in the middle of the highway, right? Sometimes you just need to get in the way of traffic and the flow of the traffic and divert it over to where you want it to go. So knowing and understanding what people are searching for, where they're searching, long dovetail search words and keywords, those kinds of things will help drive down your advertising cost. One, if you're advertising, drive down your advertising cost because most people aren't digging that deep to get into these long dovetail search words, search terms. But it will also put you in the stream of where people are going and what people are looking for. So it will benefit you to understand who your customer is, understand what they're talking about and what they're searching for.
Interesting. Well, let's take a look at some more of those search terms that were big in 2019 for Google, things that were trending. And you tell me, I'll name a few categories, and you tell me who could have made, who could have leveraged their opportunity in advertising with these search terms that were used. Does that make sense?
Let's do it. Let's try it. Yeah, I'm ready.
So categories are, and this is free information out there on trends.google.com, and you can search and see what is trending and what has trended in the past. And there's all types of categories from just general search terms to the news to people, actors, athletes, babies, diets, fashion styles, home style searches, movies, musicians and bands, outfit ideas. Let me go up to home style searches.
All right.
So the number one search term in 2019 under that category was farmhouse style.
Farmhouse style. All right. So if you were in a business that created any types of comforters, pillows, you had any thing that looks like the farmhouse style. I'm not sure why people were searching farmhouse style. What was happening in 2019? But you could have gotten in front of that search term and guided people to products that you had that, if you had those metal stars or any pictures that hung up that look like a search term, if you sold things like landscape and tumbleweeds.
Hey man, don't hate.
People sell them, but whatever.
Let me help you out.
Yeah.
Since you're broadcasting live from Atlanta and I am from Dallas, Texas,
right.
I have a little bit better visual on some retargeting that someone could have done. If someone has searched for farmhouse styles, maybe those people will also like cowboy boots.
They might.
I'm just saying the odds might be up, and you can put some ads up for your boots
or hats,
your Stetsons.
Lavender. Who else was out there?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Maybe the rocking chairs on the stoop back in the old West days.
Right. Here's another search term category: recipes. And the number one search term under that category was shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie. That or recipes. So people, I'm sure, were cooking, and if you had recipes, or if you were a chef, or what about vegetarian? How did vegetarianism fare in there? Would people have vegetarian recipes for shepherd's pie?
The top search terms were shepherd's pie, chicken, some type of chicken dish, a ham dish, some other dish I can't pronounce, and snickerdoodle cookies. So I would imagine if you are, I'm surprised that vegetarian or vegans did not trend higher there, because a lot of social networks I belong to, they did. There was a lot of buzz around it, but I would again retarget those main categories if I was in that business, and to a vegetarian plant-based version of whatever recipes that are trending.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely you can do that, a spin-off.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Because and then a lot of meat substitutes came online last year, so people might be looking for the recipe for shepherd's pie or any of those other recipes, and looking for the, not understanding the alternative or what may be the difference between that and the plant-based recipe. So if you had those and people saw those and they were inclined toward a plant-based diet, then they might look you up. Absolutely.
Right. And one more category I throw out is weddings. And under that category, people are searching for various celebrities who got married last year: Miranda Lambert, Jennifer Lawrence, Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, folks like that. What businesses could leverage that? It would seem obvious on the main businesses that could possibly advertise or use those keywords.
Mm-hmm. Florist.
Photographers, absolutely.
Videographers,
absolutely.
Maybe limousine services. I mean, there are lots of businesses that can benefit from that trend. There's a trend that's trending now that people in this kind of same vein, people are looking for drive-by baby showers ideas.
What?
So is that we're living in?
That's true.
They're thinking about drive-by baby shower ideas, and you think about it, people's lives are still going on. People are still having babies. They got pregnant.
That's true.
9 months ago, and whatever. So they're still delivering and they're still doing those things, but we can't visit them as we should or gather, as we used to. So what are those businesses that can benefit from that? Like, do you have you make gift baskets? Do you make these kinds of things that possibly people are looking for, that you can get in front of that traffic and pivot your business to make gift baskets for people that are looking, to do baby showers and that kind of thing. So,
yeah, absolutely. I would encourage either, before COVID-19 and now in the situation that we're in, the same businesses wouldn't change in terms of those who could benefit from targeting, say, a search term like weddings. And I would focus on businesses that cater to families. And so new families starting new bank accounts or home mortgages and loans and things like that, education. But now some of those, big box retailers or even small shops could, target and share their deliveries, how they can deliver items, kind of just like you was touching on. The whole drive-by baby shower is very interesting in that term, that I'm hoping somebody would jump on. I mentioned to my kids a virtual babysitting, but they didn't want to run with that just yet.
Babysitting on Zoom?
Exactly.
You're going to tell my kids with, wow. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Hey, those who are just joining us, and yes, essential services, Don, and health and food, all those could take advantage of the terms that we mentioned so far. And there are other searches out there.
Trends are changing.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jay.
The food trends are changing, and how people are searching for them. When they were searching for restaurants near me, they're not searching that term anymore. They're searching for restaurants that deliver. They're searching for those kinds of like hours, delivery hours, and that kind of thing. So the terms, you need to be able to pivot. And if you were winning in the restaurant near me search term market game, then how do you now say that we deliver, and where do you put that on your site, where do you put that on your Google My Business, those kind of things to help move along, follow the trends where they're going. So absolutely.
For sure. So we've just been, for those of you who are joining us, and we're happy that you're spending some of your time with us talking about search terms and getting familiar with what people are thinking based upon their searches, so that you can meet them at the point of their searches with either your ads or you're directing your SEO in that type of way. There are other search terms out there that you should be abreast of as well. Those are YouTube searches, as well as what's trending on Twitter. For those who are not really familiar with Twitter in terms of from a engagement tool, what do you want to share with them about that, G, that they should possibly know about?
Well, Twitter is highly engaging and conversational. It's not. I think people think of it as a one-way conversation limited by the 140 characters that they came out the gate with. But now it is so much more than that, right? And you need to be surveilling the conversations that are happening over on Twitter and across multiple platforms. And again, that is understanding what hashtags are being used, how those are trending, what are those hot topics, and the hot hashtags. Some of the this is certainly not related to business, but I love Black Twitter. I just
okay. So it's a whole lot of cultural nuances and conversations.
Oh, absolutely. There are cultural nuances and conversations happening all the time. And again, depending on your business, how do you step in front of that traffic? And you can research search terms on Twitter, or you can even do the hashtags on Google, and Google will find out which search terms are trending there on Google as well. On Twitter as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely. And Don is saying that Google and YouTube go together. That is absolutely correct. You can also find out what's trending on YouTube. I don't know if how many people know where to find it on YouTube, but when you go to your homepage, right under your home button on the YouTube on the left-hand side is a little icon that says trending. And if you want to make videos, or if you want to know the conversations that are happening, what are people talking about right there, you go to trending videos and you step in front of that traffic as well by making a video that is either related in subject matter or title to things that the videos that are trending and things that people are searching for.
I think that's extremely important, especially with YouTube and how video is such a powerful force and tool, and we know that. But to make your dollars work smarter for you. And so you see what's trending already and that subject matter. And if your content, your video, your product fits to that particular content, then you would place it, as appropriate. Just like we can take a break right now and place an appropriate ad for our business right here. That's while we have you and we want you to check out. And we'll use this as an example of a cleverly placed ad.
People conduct more than 3.5 billion searches every day on Google. How do you make sure they see your business? The secret is with search engine optimization, SEO for short. SEO is about getting your website seen on search engines like Google. Good search rankings are important because consumers see the top results as the most trustworthy. Studies show that the first 5 search results on Google get nearly 70% of all clicks, and a whopping 75% of local mobile searches result in a store visit within 24 hours. If you aren't showing up at the top, you're missing out. So, what can you do? Make sure your website is mobile friendly and loads fast. Provide information on your website that is relevant to your customers. Ensure your Google My Business page is claimed and verified. Create and promote a blog on your site that offers helpful content to customers. Stop hiding from your customers. Start your SEO strategy today.
There you go.
Awesome. Awesome. Glad you're back with us for sticking around. We've been discussing trending search terms and their value to getting a better return on your marketing dollars. What tools do we have, if any, that could assist businesses and startups with taking advantage of all these newfound search terms and hashtags and that type of thing? How can they be smarter? And we have anything that can help them with that?
Certainly. By all means, when we start talking about getting your digital life in order, this part is your searches and search engine optimization, search engine marketing. One of the primary things, as mentioned in the last piece, was your Google My Business. I cannot stress enough, and I'm not going to let it go until everybody hears me on this. Get your Google My Business claimed and optimized for today. Google is the gorilla in the room. It's the elephant in the room. It is the heavyweight in terms of searches. I think 90% of searches are done on Google, somewhere in that range. So they control what people see, where they're seen. So make sure your Google My Business profile is up to date. We have some wins that we could share, with clients. We want to get them in the 3-pack for a certain search term, and we got their Google My Business listings together. We started there. There are other things that we did, but they made it into the MAP 3-pack for one of the search terms that we were going for, which
And what's that 3-pack for someone who may not be familiar with it?
All right. So on the Google Maps, when you search a term or you search for a business, let's say you search for dentist in Marietta, Google will show you the top 3 listings in a map of that area. And so in those top 3 listings, probably 60 or 70% of all searches will go to one of those 3 businesses in that top 3 called the 3-pack. So people may, if they don't find the business, they may go and search further, but 70% of the search terms, the search or the click-throughs will go to those top 3. So that's where you want to be. Like you want to make sure that you are in those top 3 for search terms that you want to be relevant for. So
I think we're getting some love from Dr. Erica on that note.
Yes. Winning.
Top 3.
By all means. And then as you begin to get your Google My Business in order, then you need to think about the things that are on your website. And are there keywords that are related to what it is that you do? Are there not just keywords, and then what else related to your service, what else about dentistry is on there on your front page that suggests that that you are an authority on this is what you do, not just like images or pictures or those kind of things. So that helps to increase your ranking. where you are listed, how many other places refer back to you that you are listed in other places, Yelp and the Yellow Pages, and 60 or 70 different places of your business listings, which says that you are, not just your website and Google, how many other places can link back to you and link back to your site. That creates some authority for your site, and it again helps to raise you in the rankings and help to get you in that 3-pack. And we will do that listing for you for free. That's one of the tools that we have that we provide free to all of our clients. And then obviously your reputation, once people start looking at you, we have said it before, once people start looking for you and they can find you, what do they find? What are people saying about your business and that kind of thing? So it kind of all goes together. We call it our foundational 4 to make sure that you are hearing your customers when they speak, that you are managing your reputation, that your listings are where they need to be. And then obviously your social media is all done where it needs to be. And they can get that free evaluation of their business, 360-degree look at their business, by going to onthebrinkmarketinggroup.com/snapshot and get a snapshot of their business.
Awesome. Don is asking ad base. I think he may be referring to the rankings.
Yeah, obviously, Google wants to make money because they still do make money off of ads. And so if you are advertising for a particular search term and you want to win at that, it is most often they are bid auction based. So you can bid for the top spot and decide how much you want to pay for that top spot and how much you will pay per click. In your advertising, and I encourage you to do that if certainly you are paying for ads and you are advertising. However, what you can do that doesn't cost you a whole lot of money, and that is to optimize your web presence, your listing, your business, and that kind of thing. So while Google will show their ads first, trying to make that money, they still want to help you make yours because you are what brings people there. The information that you have is what brings people there and what they're looking for. So
awesome. Good stuff, my man. Lots of tools out there for you guys when you're diving in even deeper, trying to make the best of the ads that you are developing and creating, or the where you place them means a lot, and understanding what people are searching for is a major step in that direction for knowing where to place and how to get in the conversation and how to understand what people are thinking. So lots of stuff there. Continue to dig into that gold mine. Use Google to search for all the things we talked about. No, we're not getting paid by them, but we just want to make you guys aware that it's lots of free stuff. There's no reason why you can't have residual and continual income and people streaming to your site, checking out your products and the like. Cool.
Absolutely. Coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow we will talk tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow, we're talking about businesses online versus online business.
Oh,
you know the difference?
There is a difference. There is a difference. I like it. That is going to be another great show. Russ, as always, man, thank you for your insight and wisdom. We appreciate it. And thank you for joining us. And thank you for sharing. You can like and subscribe if you are on YouTube. Or like the video and share it on Facebook, or you can find us and podcast. Where can you find us, Russ?
Almost wherever you find podcasts.
That's what's up. So
we have a growing list of places where this podcast can be found. So start with Spotify and branch out from there.
All right. We appreciate you all. Y'all take care.
Have a good day. Be productive.